Hey guys, Tyler2K here. Today we're going to take a look at Lidia in Season 2 and all her changes for the game. This is officially Day 7 for Season 2. I think by now, no one's playing it sort of thing, so probably shouldn't even make this video. But yeah, I do have some Tekken Tag 2 stuff in the queue. Consider playing Tekken 7 or Tekken Tag 2 if you're, Season 2. Tekken 8 it's not your thing. Tekken Tag 2 is really fun, and I highly recommend if you've never played it before, give that a shot. But yeah, this is a character that I got to Tekken God in Season 2, or in Season 1 rather. This is a cold read-through. I have seen some crazy things from Lidia. Only Lidia played against thus far this season was pretty light on Lidia knowledge, so I was able to dismantle him fairly easy. But I've seen absurd damage, really crazy things that almost certainly are going to get nerfed. In a similar vein, kind of similar to what we had talked about earlier, this is one of those, this is accurate as of week 1, but in a month from now, I highly doubt a lot of these things are going to be still relevant, so it makes this like a double whammy sort of thing. Yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into it and take a look at it. So balance direction, focus on stances, expanding stances, blah, 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 everyone the same thing. Horse stance, making it easier to benefit, her defining feature, heaven and earth. Yeah, we'll talk about it. That's the one thing I do know. Everything else I'm pretty blind on. Okay, regarding horse stance. So horse stance, for everyone to know, that's her primary stance nowadays. So this is horse stance. That's what I was cat. But 442 into horse is typically where you want to get your juice from. Because yeah, on counter hit it becomes NC, where horse 2 guaranteed, that leads us into heaven and earth. Under the effects of heat mode, 442 also has better plus frames, making horse 1 guaranteed. So when you're by the wall, it's usually better to go for horse 1 for a scaled wall splat than to go into transition, for instance, into horse 2 right away, which then gives us our mix-up off heaven and earth. There's a little bit different meta play regarding that. Keep in mind, of course, you can always still meter pop horse 2 for full launcher, so that's something that still exists in Season 2 if you're by the wall, but it looks like we'll see what they're going to do to horse. Okay, to address this transition, okay, new transition routes such as 4-3-4. Okay, interesting. This used to be like her other QCF4, plus 10 on counter hit, or a natural hit, and 4-3-4 similarly plus 10, guaranteeing 1-2-2, which then enters into cat stance. But now they're saying 4-3-4 is straight up NC. So let's go ahead and test this to make sure. Is 4-3-4 NC? No, it's not. Okay, so counter only. Although second hit probably natural hit. Yeah, transition to horse. I imagine that's not a clean plus 17. I would imagine incorrectly. Wow, that's a huge buff by itself. Okay, so QCF4, hit confirm, horse 2 guaranteed, which, like I was saying, makes it so... Actually, I don't even need counter hit. What am I doing? I'm turning this off again. So that means, again, under the effects of this, horse 2, that's a full launcher for... Wow, that's crazy. That's actually really good. That's actually maybe one of the better buffs we've seen that isn't clearly broken like Brian TNT back 1+2. Okay, sidestep 2. Wow, also into horse, although at plus 10, nothing's guaranteed. We just have to force 50-50. The nice thing, I take it back, there's no nice thing. I was like, oh, a horse 1+2 probably beats hop kick, but no, it wouldn't. But still, you can force this horse mix-up, and of course, same thing, under the effects of heat mode, we can still pop that for plus 5 to make the mix-up safe. Out of curiosity, is this on counter hit anything special? Oh no, okay, on counter hit, plus 17. Although he was able to guard there, I guess that probably is a bug or something. Okay, that's a big change. Also, new move, horse stance, 3+4. What the fuck is that? No, okay. I mean, I don't hate it. The easiest way to beat horse stance is to sidestep right, or evasion right. The only issue I have with horse 3+4 is that it's a high. So all these characters with sidesways are still going to sidesway horse 3+4. So who gives a shit about that? Okay, natural hit flop though. In theory, you think that's really good, but nah, in practicality, that's probably still just equally bad. Okay, regarding Heaven and Earth, multiple adjustments have been made. Moves that are powered by level 3 have seen significant improvements, and the system itself has been adjusted to make it easier. Yeah, so they don't say it here, but now on block, you always gain 1 charge of Heaven and Earth. Keep in mind, okay, I take it back. You now lethal into stance. My bad, my bad. On hit, you're left with a charge. So you don't go into Heaven and Earth on the end of it, but you still at least get 1 charge of Heaven and Earth, and then obviously level 3 is the big daddy where she's significantly stronger afterwards, sort of thing. Level 3 obviously has always been the end goal, because things like Heaven and Earth 2, which I'm not going to get here. Okay, let me do this manually. We'll do stance up 2. Although that's not even that accurate. Let's go ahead and show you for people who are really unaware of how strong A2 is. Okay, we can't. I guess you can't see it, but okay, one more time. Woo! Okay, they nerfed it. Thank God. Good. Okay, I'm not angry about that. I'm not angry about that because I know what they've done to Heaven and Earth 3 anyway. So that's fine. Okay, so they nerfed the death disc component on Hay too. So I'm okay with that. So it's still wall splats near the wall. I don't know. Like I said, I'm fine with that. Okay, adjustments to techniques, cat stance, wolf stance, make it easier to take advantage of the stances throughout gameplay. I have no idea what that means. Okay, forward 3-2. Oh, interesting. Can I cancel that also, though? Yeah, kind of similar to the QCF 1+2, 1+2. So on block... Okay, how bad are we on block? Okay, so it's a high. Oh, no, it's a mid. So that's a natural mix-up to our forward 3-4, which is now our stance entrance +5. Similar situation, the 4-4-2. If we think they're going to mash a button, we can challenge out or go for 1+2 off of horse 1+2. The high crush, and then obviously being a counter launcher, which I don't have counter hit on. Let's go ahead and make sure it's still a counter launcher. Probably keep saying that. Okay, still a counter launcher. So, okay, that's weird. Yeah, I mean, it's the fact that 4-3-4 is still our +5 option, so we can go for all in like horse 1+2 option, or horse 1 if you want a power crush challenge. Okay, that's nice. I mean, 4-3-2. It says -4. It probably is closer to like -11 or 12 realistically, but I don't know for a fact. Yeah. Okay, new move, horse 3+4. As mentioned, this enters into wolf stance, where we are now +6. So we can go for a chicken out option like 3-1+2, which is really strong because people still try to challenge that, despite the fact it's completely safe on block. Wolf stance also, 2 option charge in. Wolf isn't that bad. It's not as strong as horse, or at least nearly as scary. But off of wolf, I mean, you have like really good options like wolf 4, which evidently got nerfed. Okay, horse is the daddy, so just go for horse instead. Okay, 4-3-4. Was that natural hit? Okay, not natural hit. We're +7. The mix-up with the 4-3-1-2 is on the table. Although second hit is still our NC +17, where again horse options are guaranteed, e.g. like horse 2 on 16 for hit confirm and level heat engager into hay. Okay, and then similarly 4-3. Okay, 4-3 QCF4 is the just frame spark option. She does have a couple of these where you do just a harder input, and now she generates blue sparks. So for the most part, if you can do 4-3-4, you should always be using 4-3 QCF4 anyway. Okay, speaking of QCF4, same situation, +17 entrance, and then on block we are +5. The force 50-50 shouldn't be that difficult to hit confirm because it wasn't that difficult initially to confirm the +10, but now you're stuck in stance. So just careful that if you're gonna mash or try to challenge at -5, that you have to be more cognizant of your opponent having meter, and then rage arts on the table that they can turn steal in and kill you. So just be careful of that. Okay, sidestep 2. Now transition, same thing with the horse, except we don't have the super good frame data. And then, of course, as we had seen already, on counter hit, it gives us the +17 to allow for the horse 2 option, for instance, outward. He's left an FC, so horse 1 probably misses. Oh no, it's still hit. Okay, so I take it back. So I guess now you have like a wealth of options. I was just presuming that he's left an FC, so horse 1 would miss. But no, that's straight up a clean plus 17, which then means by the wall, we can go for horse 1 instead to wall splat. So that's better than I had anticipated. I thought it was one of the, oh, we're left an FC, so our highs can go over their head. No, that's not the case. So you're by the wall, you should probably always go for horse 1 for wall splat. Okay, do we have anything else? Ooh, okay, so it doesn't even need counter hit. If they're crouching, it's also the plus frame. Ooh, that's kind of nice though. Ooh, okay. Okay, Lidia, that's a big buff. Because if I remember correctly, sidestep 2 is actually pretty good, right? Oh, we're just straight up into stance now, period. Okay, because I know for a time there, you had this move down 1. And if it was any other character other than Lidia, she would either be -1 or possibly plus up to like +3, +4. For some reason, like Lidia down 1 has always been dog shit. So I don't know, like, okay, you're +6, but it's such a clear animation that they're not going to mash, right? So what's the value of a move like down 1 apart from the knockdown, I suppose? Yeah, it always felt weird to have this move, and then instead you'd always use sidestep 2 instead because it was so much better. It looks like Namco is not diverting from that strategy. You know, they're like, fuck it. Okay, key step 1+2 into hold. Ooh, and interesting, we're at red spark option. That's kind of, I don't know how to feel about that. It kind of feels like they like cheaped out on the mechanic. They're like, you know what? Let's make this mechanic, but let's make sure it's not for every character. So, okay, so evidently it's just a color stylistic change to make it so the red spark is not a breaker. I mean, okay, whatever. I mean, at the same time, right? Don't feel bad for Lidia because she actually has a breaker. And again, same thing. Counter hit launcher. Sorry, natural hit launcher. You don't even need counter hit technically. If he's just holding in general, he's still going to get hit, sort of thing. But yeah, either way, we break through the armor with the enhanced or whatever they call it. It's not guard break. The terminology gets kind of funky in general. It's like a guard crush or something like that, I think is their term. Whatever. The terminology gets stupid really fast. Okay, so new move, down back 1+2, 1. Oh, look at that. Also interesting, there's no frames for him to mash out. Okay, how safe is this then? There's no way this is safe, right? Okay, so we're -4 transitioning. Okay, so now at this time, I feel like we really need to test how negative this is. If I remember correctly, the transition afterwards, after all her stances are -8 or 8 frames. So at -4, right, she should theoretically be at least -12. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on punish and second hit. Man, he's really slow. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong again. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's 4+6. Okay, whatever. I guess I'll do 1 jab or 2 jab. Huh? Wait. I mean, it's the same situation. Oh, was I holding it? Is that what I was doing? Okay, I'd feel really stupid if I was holding the input, not even thinking. Okay, I don't want to test that because we were testing that. Okay, so back to my original theory. Let's find out. Okay, so no. 11, no. I don't know if he has an 11. If he does have an 11, it's going to be generic down 2, which might be down back 2. No, down back 2 is an input. I don't have to even test it. I know it's not down 2. So typically generic down 2s are 11, which is performed as down 2. He has a down 2 and he also has a down back 2. And obviously down forward 2 is something completely different as well. So, okay, so either in this state, it's 6, or it's 7 to transition off of the stance. For some reason, like an even number's coming to mind, so I assume that's what it is. But now we're +8 instead of -4, and we can go for a safe option like, yeah, Cat 2, for instance. To try to challenge through. We have frames to beat them, so. Oh, okay, interesting too. So, this is just a simplified version of the same command. Because, yeah, sometimes hitting the QCF 1+2, 1+2 was really difficult. So now they're like, okay, you know what you can do? Instead of going for the full QCF 1+2, like that, and nice, it has a blue spark on it now. You can now just do down back 2. Okay. So what would be a combo then? Okay, something to that effect, and then we can end with like back 3-4 option. Okay. I mean, I'm really happy they made a simpler route. Only question, same damage? Okay, 18, 15, but of course, we're not getting the blue spark, so that makes sense. 3 damage is fine, because sometimes you just need to kill the opponent, and messing up this input, because again, you can't like buffer CD, like QCF with her, it can really screw things up, especially online. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so on hit, Heat Smash now gives you 1 meter. Great change. Obviously, we don't get Heaven Earth afterwards, but that at least sets us up for the future. Because there were certain times where you're trying to apply pressure to your opponent, and then they get hit by your meter, and even though they have like a pixel, you would get nothing out of it. So you would kill them, you know, and get the round, but you would not get Heaven Earth, which was obviously the end goal for this character. So they changed that. I'm happy with that. Okay, during heat, 1+2 in general has been buffed, huh? Okay. How much? 35? And that's a lot of damage. Other thing of note is that, yeah, the 1+2... First of all, 1+2 option, okay. I'm not sure how I'm going to prove this. But, yeah, the 1+2 off heat mode is a breaker. So very similar to heat mode 442 that breaks armor. 1+2 also breaks armor. So what happens is, like, after a situation where our opponent is left in a standing state, for instance, we get like hit confirm 442 into force 2, and then, you know, we don't want to go into meter or pop meter and apply pressure afterwards. We can go for, like, for instance, what would be a good example? Let's do like Political Storm. So doesn't leave us in Heaven Earth, but we're at least, you know, plus frames option in this position. So if we have our opponent here try to churn steal, and again, let's just go ahead and do parry. Okay, let's say our opponent wants to disrespect us and try to go through via parry. So I can hit 1+2, and then same thing. Break through his armor, confirm with the Heaven Earth 1 to spike him to the floor, which then guarantees ground hit. And then like down 1+2 afterwards. So yeah, a lot of damage off of a nice read. And then similarly, because we're doing one, you know, basically level 1 of 1+2, we get 1 charge of Heaven or Earth. I believe even on block. Let me confirm that. Yeah, we entered Heaven Earth. We're plus frames. Granted, with the level 1, you're not very plus, but if you hold it for like a second, you also have significantly better frame data. If you hold it for like a half second, whoops. Okay, I don't want him to keep doing that. You hold it for like a half second, plus 10, and then I think full distance, we're like massive plus, yeah, plus 15. So inserted matchups, it's good to let the 1+2 rock, because you know people are going to try to disrespect you. Just keep in mind, similar idea, where we're plus 17, but the 1+2 itself comes out on 31. So there's a 13 frame window. So you don't want to do the strategy against like a Steve player, but against every other character, you can go for that option to apply follow pressure with 1+2. You'll be surprised how often it works. Oh, nice. Also induces wall splat once during aerial combo. Wow. Okay, because now we transition to Heaven Earth, and it allows for our 1 to come out still. Whoa, that's nice though. Interesting. Okay. That kind of seems like an excessive buff, but what do I know, Namco? Okay, Horse 3. Change behavior on hit to allow for follow-up attacks on the ground. Huh. Whoops. Because, yeah, she could always get... Oh! Okay, so it doesn't knock down now. That's what they're talking about. So, wow, instead we're plus 14. So that allows for our Heaven and Earth, or sorry, our Political Storm afterwards. Because, yeah, this used to knock down, and 4 for 1 plus 2 would be guaranteed, the Squirtle against Grounded. But now it's 14. What does this do by the wall? Okay, so are we in a, is he in a standing state or in an FC? So this kind of goes to what I was talking about earlier. Oh, he's standing, so 4-2-4 does properly splat him. Interesting. Man, I guess theoretically you could do a just frame 4-4-2. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Holy shit. Yeah, what? Because keep in mind, like, Political Storm, right? This just knocks him down to the floor for grounded hit. But nothing is like, there's no launcher, but if you hit the just frame 4-4-2 though. Woo, 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 woo. Interesting, okay. Yeah, instead of a knockdown, it's plus 14. Also, ooh, chip damage on block, huh? They do. Let's see, how much chip are you dealing? Plus 4 or 4 damage? Okay, I mean, what's her frame data after? Minus 4? Okay, I mean, could be worse, could be better. That's okay. Okay, airborne opponent, forward 4-3. Further increased damage based on Heaven Earth level. Now removes the, recoverable gauge at level 3. And then at level 3, this move can now induce a wall splat once during combo. Okay, so I'm going to cheat here. This is like the one thing I have seen. So, for context, Heaven Earth, you know, it's that charge up here. If we pop meter, we don't get it instantly, but if we, again, do Eat Smash on hit or block, we're still left with 1 charge. And then we get a mix-up afterwards, right? So, if you're level 3, your character is significantly stronger, because what happens, and how am I going to kind of show this to you guys? Yeah, let me put my health to off, and let me put myself at like 50% health. Okay, this is what I want. 50% for that way you can get context. Okay, is that the wrong one? Okay, there we go. Okay. So when we're typically, and let me go ahead and turn off Hay 3. Let's say I have no Hay. So we launch our opponent. And this is something that was in the previous patch. So we do a 4-4-4-3. Okay, cool. We get a little bit of green health back, as you notice there. So it's cool and all, right? And obviously, like I had shown, the really big one, of course, was Hay 2, which would be the Death Fist that wall splats from a mile away, which obviously got tuned down, thank God. But if you're at level 3, where let me show the same combo. We should have significantly better health regeneration. Like, look at that. So rather than like a couple of pixels, we got like, what is that, like 6 or so health. 103. Okay, we got 10 health off of level 3. The difference now, though, is when we're by the wall, and how am I going to do this? Okay, this is a take 2. I realized I had some issues with this move here, 4-4-4-3, and I figured rather than give you guys bad information, I'd go ahead and correct the bad information by just re-recording it. So basically, for people who don't know, she's always had this move, 4-4-4-3, which is an airborne attack throw. Under the effects of certain Heaven Earths, you see we have the green light for generation. If we were to put like level 2, we're at 99 currently. So our health gen will get higher. So significantly higher. And nowadays, with level 3, not only are we really a lot of health generation, we also destroy red life, but then also it creates a wall splat effect. So what should be noted about it, because I had seen some bad information on Twitter, and let me just go ahead and just show you the bad information. So the bad information is turning off Ukemi, and it's like, hey, look at Lidia doing this crazy damage. You spike, and then, hey, you pick him up, get a whole combo afterwards, and then like small combo or something like that. So yeah, look at that. We did like 75% damage instantly. The issue is, yeah, you can actually Ukemi in between these two options, so that way he can escape, which is a good thing, right? So while this does work, he can Ukemi or tech roll out of the second hit. So instead, similar to 1+2, which causes a wall splat, like a proper splat, 4-4-4-3, and only under level 3 will now cause a wall splat. I'll turn off meter. We'll do our 4-4-4-3. We'll do like an option like 4-4-3 afterwards, and then Political Storm fully landing. So really good damage, red life destruction also on it. So it's really good, but it's not as good as initially anticipated. Now, the one thing of note with this move is it does tend to splat like really, really far away. So if I was to do like maybe at this range, let's see, does this full launch him? And then now we can do our Political Storm afterwards. And so keep in mind, like, obviously we're doing the attack throw, so actually you have more range than I had initially thought. But I'm curious, will this work? Okay, not quite. But you can basically end your combo with some sort of like long carry variation. I don't know. And then yeah, then from there we can go for like an option like 1-2-3 and then 4-4-4-3. Same thing, extender combo, power splat into like Political Storm or meter pop Political Storm if you want to go ahead and do that. So yeah, pretty good. Okay, Dynamic 3 and counter it. Reduce the recovery time. Let me just go and turn this off. Okay. Oh, and that's a red life destruction. Oh, is that because I'm having her too? Okay, that's kind of cheating if it is. Okay, good. Wow. I mean, that's still nutty. Okay, so yeah, there was an issue with down back 3 originally, and that was because after you did your down back 3, your opponent could basically go for a wake up 3 or wake up 4 guaranteed. So what you would do is you do down back 3+4, which is your auto low reversal, and if they would go for a wake up 3, you would win, but if they went for a wake up 4, you would get hit. The issue was if you try to turn steal with like a hop kick at -10, they would wake up 4, they would wall spot you and you would die. And the reason being, like, the mentality for this move being -10 was that in, like, Tekken 7, if they did, like, a Wake Up 3 or Wake Up 4, you could punish them, right, for their Wake Up 4 attempt. Properly punish them on the grounded, or if they whiff, you know, hop kick or something to that effect. But now that Wake Up is safe, it was antiquated to have this move be -10, when it really should have been safer. So now at -2, she can better go for counterplay. Like, for instance, if... Jin here goes for, let's just say a wake up 3. I'm pretty sure we're gonna win. Clean. Okay, I didn't see what he's supposed to do though. I just kind of eyeballed it. Okay, that's the wrong one. So because the thing is, like, all the wake up options, I think at their fastest are 20. So down 4-2 on 15 is gonna win cleanly against a 20 or slower. So we can then hit confirm an option like down 4-2 into horse 3, which then gives us our meter, and then same thing. Oh, now you gotta watch out. You're almost dead now, Jin. You don't even know it, sort of thing. So, okay, and then on level 3, it deals red life destruction, which is crazy. Wow, that's so much damage. Holy shit. I mean, even that still does a good grip, but wow, with the red life destruction, it like takes it to the next notch for sure. Okay, so as seen, which I didn't know about, but yeah, the back 3-4 option is stronger. Ooh, I'm curious. Is this like safer on block now too? Okay, still -15, but you can hear the difference. Now we'll go level 2. Okay, still -15. I'll use a combo. Okay, doesn't look as cool mid combo, but hey, 3 though. Wow, with the zoom in. Okay, and how much damage did that do on the end? 37. Wow. Okay, and I don't think it's going to be any safer on block, but let's see. Now, minus 15. Keep in mind, back 3-4 is a high. You can duck under that. The 50-50 is between back 3-4 and then back 3-2 or 1, whatever it is, which is minus 11. Keep in mind, of course, that back 3-1 is also plus 14 on counter hit, so that's where the meta comes from. Okay, so cool. It does more damage. I mean, what's not to like about damage, right? Okay, increased damage only under Heaven and Earth 3. Let's go ahead and put level 2. Okay, 44, because did counter. I didn't realize counter hit translates the whole way through. Oh, no, wait. Oh. Wait, why does hers do... Okay, let me do level 0. Okay, 40. So why are they saying it does more damage on level 3? Increased damage only at level 3, but we're at level 2 and it's doing more damage. Am I wrong? Okay, so that's a bug? Okay, how much damage are you doing at level 3 then? Wow, and for life destruction. 50, wow. Okay, are we doing what, 42 then? Oh, okay, sure. Okay, so yeah, clearly the first statement's wrong and the second statement's correct. Okay, cat 3. Oops. Or sorry, cat 4. I read it wrong. Okay, so cat 4 deals less damage now. I presume this is still a knockdown. This is probably just a damage nerf for combos. Okay, or maybe it just makes it so the cat 4, you know, follow-up is a little bit stronger. Or sorry, the damage reduced so that way you don't have to worry about a low countering launching option like that. Oh no, they buffed it. What am I talking about? I read that backwards. Yeah, it does more damage period now, so that's huge. So same thing, maybe like cat 4 2 pickups are more valuable now in general. See, that's why they made Damic 1+2. Because it's sometimes hard to hit the QCF 1+2. Okay, Wolf Stance. Wolf 1 does now more chip on block. Weren't they nerfing chip? I thought this was like a patch where they're nerfing chip and like buffing defense, I had heard. Evidently they lied. Okay, Wolf 1 hold. 13 to 17. Wow, 17's a lot. I mean, considering the fact that Starburst running 1+2 for audio requires meter to do that. Like, this is crazy to have a 17 damage. That's nuts. 5 less damage than something that costs meter for free. It's crazy. Also, on natural hit, let's see if they did anything different. Okay, Crumple Stun, counter hit. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Okay, still Crumple Stun. And level 1 just knocked down, where then we get the Squirtle after. Although she doesn't say Squirtle anymore. I should probably say that. People are not going to get that reference soon enough. Okay, 3+4. Hitbox is expanded downward to alleviate issues where it whiff. I have seen that. Even though she's doing like an advancing mid, yeah, oftentimes you can evade this. Looks like you no longer will be able to. And then furthermore, second hit has been buffed to track if the first hit's blocked. So if you're able to sidestep it, that's good. If you can't sidestep it, well, you're going to have to deal with the rest of the hit now. So yeah, she's going to keep going the wrong way if she whiffs. And no more phantom tracking on the second hit. Okay, good buff. Okay, QCF 1+2. Recovery speed has been increased by one frame. Opponents has been... okay. So basically, it's easier to react to because now both you and your opponent are recovering slower. Still minus 12. Although realistically, you always want to go full route. Simply because as shown, it's maybe only minus 10 or 11. Okay, recovery speed or recovery time has been increased. On hit, it's now +2. Okay, interesting. And then change counter hit to match natural hit. Because this used to knock down, I think. I think this used to knock down. So if you would do the full route, you would still hit him if I remember correctly. But now on counter hit, it doesn't do anything. Which is fine, because I don't think most people, when they do the QCF 1+2, they're fishing for the first hit. They're only really realistically fishing for the second hit, which is the crumple stun launcher. So nerfing the first hit, actually for like the general meta game plan of just mashing this move and hoping your opponent falls for it, is intact or actually stronger by nerfing the first hit. Okay, and then Ash talked about, yeah, -6 to -4, 2 extra frames for your opponent. So that means actually their punishment has been nerfed. So it's no longer -12 at least. It's now -10, which is a massive, massive buff. Okay, Cat 1 has been improved to be plus. Whoa, damn, man! Look at that pushback now too. She won his punches on. That's kind of cool though. What's this do on natural? Oh well, that's not fair. Okay, what's do on natural? Okay, yeah, we get that splat. That's pretty good. I mean, what's not to like about that? Like, look at the pushback on that. Backdash, hop kick, backdash 3-2 if you want to go all in. I mean, fuck it, we ball. Okay, Cat 1+2. Ooh, okay. So basically, this option, but it's safer on block. Similar idea, transition into Wolf stance. Okay, then by the wall, that should also splat. And it does not. Never mind. Okay, it does cause a spin. Was that only on counter hit where we're getting like the juice off of it? Okay. Same thing, squirrel guaranteed. Okay. Okay, yeah, this one we had seen, unfortunately. Yeah, so the Wolf 4, the low option, no longer knocks down. Okay, but the frame data is different. Okay, powered up on Heaven and Earth. Oh my god, do I dare see what this looks like? Whoops, wrong attack. Okay, so we're +8. +8, okay. Now do we still get our knockdown? Oh, wait, what is that? Uh-huh. Okay, adjusted behavior on hit. Say no longer fall down. On Hate 3, there's no change, but the cameras. Huh? What do you mean there's no change? Oh, okay, okay. Wait. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills sort of thing. Okay. So no change from how it was previously. Okay, but now to complement it, Wolf 4 is no longer launch punishable. So against Jin, it's still launch punishable, unfortunately. But against other characters, it won't be. So now -14 in full crouch state. So then they'd have to do a reduced punish against us. Prevented second hit from activating when the first connects on a downed opponent. Ah, interesting. I wonder if there's some sort of tech then. Okay, so no, we just do like advancing low kick, and then it kind of push them away -13. So they're recovering significantly quicker than we are. Okay, I can live with that. I think having access to the safer Wolf 4 is nice. To be honest, I haven't really had much problem with people max punishing Wolf 4. I don't think most people plan that far ahead against Lidia. The duck against a stance that's guarded behind a different stance. Kind of similar to what we had talked about yesterday with Elisa. So, okay. Down back 4. Expanded hit works downward. Okay. So finally down back 4 hits grounded, huh? Okay, thank God. I mean, it's been long enough. I don't know why Lidia was still paying for her like early season 4 sins when she had already been by this time you know, in Tekken 8, nerfed for like a year and a half, and or 2 years, depending on how you look at it, going into Season 2. So, sure. Okay, Hey 1, expand hitbox downward. So, allowing the move to hit down opponents. I've never had a problem with hitting a down opponent. But maybe I'm just mistaken. But okay, now it's fixed, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, adjust the behavior on downed opponent to allow for Ukemi. Fix an issue where unintended follow-ups are possible. I don't know where the nerf is, but I guess the nerf is they can now Ukemi afterwards. So if I was to... Oh, you know what it probably is? They probably nerf the back 4 tech. So let's go ahead and do Ukemi. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so you can no longer do the back 4 attack. Okay, as we've seen, yeah, I mean, Hey 2 no longer launches from a million miles away. It now puts them into that roll state instead. So the arguably strongest thing of her old Season 1 has been nerfed, but now that she has 4-4-4-3, it's kind of like a moot point. I don't think anyone's going to care that this is no longer a death fist that launches from half a screen away. So now that rather than being half a screen, they probably have to be like 3/4 screen from the wall. Let's find out. Okay, so this should probably work. Let me walk a little bit further. Okay, so no, that doesn't work. How about this range? Okay, that's kind of cheating because same thing. We worked Jin into the corner to wall splat him with the Hey 1. So, okay. So, yeah, significantly nerfed. That's a big, big nerf. But like I said, now that 4-4-4-3 is better, who cares? Okay, so... Sorry. 1, 2, 3 has been fixed. My guess is that, yeah, the third hit they're talking about, so even though they talk about like 1, 2, 3, the third hit has been adjusted to be consistent for carry now. So sometimes you can do it too early and you go not effectively under them, but the kick would go under them. If they tech early, you wouldn't get your wall splat or a carry option. Like almost like a old school carry style, like a Tekken 7 structure, which you should not do in this game because of jab damage. But yeah, that's now back, which is good. Because it sucked like doing all this technical micro jabs. Keep in mind, I have to do dash jab, because if I do running 1, I get the wrong input. I do it too fast. So you have to do it with the timing. Kind of similar to like playing Geese in Tekken 7. So if you do it too fast, uh-oh, whoopsies. Okay, heat 1+2 as we've seen. Ooh, adjusted to ensure the remaining heat does not hit 0. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, you see that? So there was a time where, like, you know, during this transition, the clock was still running, but now if you do 1+2, you always get Hey guaranteed. That's nice. That's good. Nice quality of life buff. It's not so much a buff as it was an oversight probably from Namco. A similar situation as you see on the screen. Running one also had this issue where you do this long combo and then you'd hit them with running 1, but you wouldn't actually transition to stance even though you had still meter on the field. So now you always get your Hey at least at the bare minimum once, even as the timer expires. Very, very good quality of life buff. That's realistically a bug. Like I said, it was probably an oversight. Luckily, it's been fixed. Okay, fix an issue where damage on airborne hit did not increase at level 1. Wait, what? So they're saying, I guess on level 1 it used to be bugged. Huh. Yeah, I wish I could get more insight here. Level 2? Okay, so now level 2 is good. We also get the green effect. But then level 3... I don't know if that's the most health regen or what. But yeah, clearly the camera's shifting now. I don't remember the camera shift previously. But okay, whatever. Okay, Horse 2. Correct an issue where the amount of health recovered during heat activation was lower than intended. Oh. Are they talking about on the tail end? The red, the green? Because yeah, I don't remember this green regen. Oh, you know what it is? So what they probably did initially, and let me just start from 0. Okay, here's the cursor. Okay, so here's our generation. So usually when you get a heat engager, it gives you like, I don't know, like an 1/8 of a bar. So it probably used to give this hit plus an 1/8, so we'd be left with this much health. But now it's like it's your 1/8 plus the green life regeneration at level to transition into level 1. That's huge. Interesting. That's also really big, because I don't remember it ever doing anything like that. So now Lidia is even more of a threat, because she has more health to play with because of all her green life regeneration. Kind of similar to like Yoshi, where Yoshi gets so much green life, you're not actually killing your opponent from 180 against Yoshi. You're usually killing them from like 195, 200. If you ever wondered why it's so hard to fight against a Yoshi, it's not just the fact that like overall they're really strong. It's also the fact that they have more health than the average character does, by definition, because of their green life regeneration on everything. Okay. So, conclusion, thoughts on Lidia. Definitely buffed. Her mechanical side of things, I mean, what's not to like about QCF4 being plus 17, like natural transition rather than plus 10? I mean, seeing as how like her homing game was so dog shit originally, to have a buff like QCF4 actually being more of a practical sort of option now is super fucking good. Like that's so good. Oh, you think you can sidestep? Hold this counter at launch, or natural at launcher, by the way. Wow, that's by itself is insane. A lot of these changes I really do like. The Wolf 4 stance, I don't hate it. Like I said, for most of the players I played against, most people don't max punish it. But now that they can't max punish it with the launcher, is super, super nice. Quality of life buffs like the Dynamic 1+2, instead of requiring QCF 1+2 if they're really low on health, is so insanely good too. I forgot, Sidestep 2 got super buffed. Like, I'm not even thinking of this other stuff. The damage has been improved. New moves in neutral. Dynamic 3 is now actually a proper like Tekken 8 move. The damage on up forward 1+2, or the recoverable life destruction, she has a couple of those now. 3+4 buff, which is kind of a crazy one. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything I hate. I would say for her general buffs and nerfs, I would say definitely she's definitely an arrow up. Now for her season 2, like if I was to compare her to the rest of the cast, yeah, I mean, just the fact that like, you know, the 4 by the wall, and now this is take 2 for the ending of the video as well. Yeah, I had to make some corrections as talked about, but yeah, 4 is really nice because you get like the best of like pretty much every single world. You get the green life regeneration, you get the red light destruction, and you get the benefit of the power splat line, which is really, really strong. So any move that has like quite a few things it does simultaneously is always going to be a good move. And now, especially when you consider, let's say you're in round 3, you know, you're kind of trailing from behind. You're level 2, and now the fact that like even if you were to land the combo on your opponent, you still get level 3. So now you're set up for the future. So that means round 3, round 4, round 5, you're probably one of the strongest characters in the game. You're basically a Heihachi Warrior Instinct that can be used outside of meter now by doing that. Now, again, we're going to have these super strong options where we have the throw, red light destruction, a lot of health back, and more damage. Or for 4-3 is going to be really strong for her combos. That move alone. It's like really nice to have access to something like that. Yeah, if you can optimize your combos, 4-4-3 is a great move, a great addition to her moveset. And then just the fact I just do it again. And that's so much green life back as well. But still, if you're able, and keep in mind, right, she's a character specialist. So character specialists, people who've been playing her are going to have a natural sense how to properly space out, hey, a 3 level, you know, 4-4-3 for full splat, full damage, get a full loop, and basically one-touch the opponent. So I'm not at that point yet. I'll probably put some more time into her over season 2. But yeah, take a look at your favorite Lidia content creator for that sort of information. So I would say before that, I would say for sure she was a strong arrow again with maybe 2 arrows up. Nah, she probably is still 2 arrows up. Her fundamentals are better, and her season 2 stuff is really, really crazy. Unfortunately, I just don't have the prowess thus far to do everything I really want to like do in my head. Clearly, I just don't know enough about her yet. But I'm gonna give her 2 thumbs up. If I made a mistake, please let me know time code to set a mistake. If there's someone you want to see, please let me know. Again, I'm probably gonna stop making these simply because season 2 is a cluster F of a issue right now, so I probably won't do this again. But if there's anything else you want to see, otherwise I'll start pumping out like Tekken Tag 2 content again, super fun. Furthermore, if you want to, please consider becoming a member. It's how I make all my money. If you want to support the channel. Beyond that, yeah, we do have a match review coming in 2 weeks. Same thing, that will be in the first comment. Feel free to put down a YouTube link, a Twitch link, your Tekken ID, whatever you want. We'll take a look at your stuff and give you some advice. But beyond that, I think that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next video. That all.